The Nintendo DS is a lot of games, but some games just aren't meant to be played. Today we're going to take a look at a game called Jam Sessions, and man, are there a lot of things to say about this game. So Jam Sessions was developed by Plato and published by Ubisoft. It came out on September 11th. Oh boy, September 11th. Interesting day to release a game. But yeah, it came out on September 11th, 2007. And honestly, it just looks like your average DS game. But let's be real for a second. We all know why you guys are here. You probably only know this game because of its infamous Australian commercials. Here, let's watch this one in full and uncensored so you can understand why it's infamous.
Let's come on through, Sophie. Hudson's over there, sweetie. I'll go and get the cake.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hudson.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck is this? Fucking sponge cake! Fuck!
Yeah, this is a kid's game, by the way. I remember seeing this commercial on one of JonTron's videos back then, and no, I'm not going to show the other commercial. I'm surprised that one is even still up on YouTube. But what kind of game do you guys think Jam Sessions is? From the ad, I think it's probably a Guitar Hero clone, or probably has a demon in it. Well, let's stop wondering and just jump right into the game. Yep, this is pretty much it. Just a line that plays guitar notes. There was a reason why I started this video off saying that some games aren't meant to be played. Because you can play this game, but not like a video game. You see, Jam Sessions is a guitar simulator. Yes, not a video game, a guitar simulator. How did they make a crazy commercial out of a game like this? I find it funny that Australia got a commercial like this, while the US got, well, this.
I don't practice Santeria, I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I'd spend it all.
But I really wanna know, my baby. But I really wanna say, I can't define this love that I need.
Say hello to your new guitar. Jam Sessions for the Nintendo DS. Rated everyone 10 and up.
It's so nice and soothing, while the Australia one has a kid just slapping his birthday cake out of his mom's hands. It really is like night and day, isn't it?
Hi, my name is Carlo, producer over at Ubisoft, here to talk a little bit more about Jam Sessions.
When looking up more about Jam Sessions, I realized that the creators must have really wanted this game to succeed. The promotion part of its Wikipedia needs to be updated because these two commercials weren't the only thing promoting it. The game was also promoted by a handful of artists. They must have poured a ton of money into advertising this game. I'm surprised that they got Taking Back Sunday to help advertise it. Not only that,
but people were actually using this game to sing at live shows. By the looks of it, Jam Sessions was a pretty good guitar simulator at the time. But sadly, everyone on the internet found out about this Australian commercial and kind of just buried it in infamy.
Fucking sponge cake! Fucking sponge cake!
Let's see, what was that game rated again? Oh yeah, E10 plus. No, that's it. I'm done. It's over.
Instead of it being a game remembered for being a great way to make guitar music on your DS, it became known as that DS game with the worst commercial ever. Anyways, let's get right into the game itself. And starting off with the main menu screen, all I have to say is that it's very basic. And everything is touch controls. We have tutorial, warm-up, songs, and free play. We also have this globe icon on the top left, which lets you change the language in the game. And also on the bottom right, we have the credits. So starting off with tutorial, it just shows you the basics of the game with 5 small tutorials. How to play just shows you how to play the game with some nice pictures. So the chord palette over here has 8 chords that you can play by holding the D-pad and playing the string right here. It's pretty simple and easy to use. Holding tips just shows you how to hold the DS while playing the game. Button tips just gives you tips about pushing the buttons. Stroke tips just shows you how to play the string on the bottom screen, how up and down strokes have different sounds. And last one is ear training, which is something that's completely different from the other tutorials. You have to hear some notes in this little mini game and guess the correct notes you're hearing. It's pretty cool, and I can see how this can help musicians remember the sound of notes. That's all for tutorial. Next is warm-up, and it's just more tips for this game. In this game, there are songs that you can play, not like Guitar Hero or anything. You can play the songs however you want to, but you won't get a game over. You'll have to play the notes to make the notes move on. All warm-up does is show you the basics of how songs work in this game. Next, we have songs. And there are 17 songs that you can play. But there are some songs that you can let the game play in demo mode, and other songs that you can play only the notes of and have to play yourself. Honestly, I don't know why they don't have a demo mode for all the songs. Deadline maybe? Here are all the songs. First off, we have Jackie by Beck, Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan, No Woman, No Cry by Bob Marley, Yellow by Coldplay, I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie, Over My Head by The Fray, The Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana, I'm With You by Avril Lavigne, Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts, and No Rain by Blind Melon. And that's all the songs that have demos that play the song for you. And here are the songs that don't have demos that you can play only. We got How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You by James Taylor, I Forgot More Than You'll Ever Know by Johnny Cash, Me and Bobby McGee by Janis and Joplin, Never Can Say Goodbye by Jackson 5, Surrender by Cheap Trick, What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse. And that's all of the songs that are in this game. Well, that's what I thought. So, it turns out, according to Wikipedia, there are special Best Buy editions of Jam Sessions that came with 3 extra songs. You could only get this version from Best Buy. But also, according to Wikipedia, you can get these 3 songs by putting in some type of Konami code. into free play. So I put the code in, and to my surprise, this actually worked. These 3 games don't have demos, and well, here's the names of the songs. I'm Gonna Miss Her by Brad Paisley, Needles and Pins by Tom Petty, and Wild Thing by Jimi Hendrix. And that's all the songs and jam sessions. Technically, there are 20 songs in this game, and that's pretty much it for the songs. And the last thing on the list is free play. And free play is exactly what you think it is. You're able to play notes on the string and just play around for the most part. You're also able to record your songs. And that's pretty much it for jam sessions. Is what I would have said until I noticed this green plus sign on free play mode. Clicking this shows even more options. So the first thing on the list that you can click on is navigation. Yes, I kid you not, I thought this was the navigation that we just pulled up, since it's in bold text and at the very top of the list. But by clicking this, it just takes you back to the main menu. Okay, future me here. So while editing this, I noticed that the main menu of this game is actually called navigation, and it even says navigation in small text on the main menu screen. But still, this is a very poor way to get back to the main menu. I kid you not, at first I didn't even know what to press, so I just restarted the game to get back here. And who in the world calls the main menu navigation? I don't know, that's just my nitpick. Anyways, back to the video. Next is guide. We have use position mark, use stroke guide, and use metronome. For some odd reason, I can only use the metronome. You can set it to any tempo speed you want, which I think is pretty cool. Next is mask. This lets you change the pitch of the notes. Next we have recording list. This is where all the songs that you recorded on free play mode are at. As you can see, whoever had this game last had filled up all 5 slots with their songs. Man, these were recorded in 2010. You can listen to your recordings here, or delete them to make room for new ones. Next is live mode. All this does is hide the recording and menu options on the bottom right so that you don't accidentally click on them while playing. Next we have theme. This is my favorite option in the game. You can change the layout design of the game here. There are 8 different types of strings to pick from and 60 different themes to pick from. That's a lot. And here are all the different strings and all the different themes. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go through all of the themes and strings in jam sessions. Starting off with the strings, since there's only 8 of them. Here is the normal black and white string, the red string, red and white, blue and white, red and black, another red and black one, blue and black, a rainbow one, and the last one is this black and red one. And now to the themes. We already got this blue jam sessions theme, red, orange, purple, and yellow. And after this, we just get to a whole bunch of designs for themes, which I think is the best part.
Yep, that's pretty much all of the designs in Jam Sessions. Pretty goddamn cool. I love the art for some of these. And yeah. And last but not least is options. ... First thing we have on this list is palette change. This lets you customize the notes on the chord palette. Next is effects. This lets you change the sounds of the notes. Next is settings. This lets you change some of the controls and have a few extra options. This also lets you change the notes from being played on the D-pad to being played on the X, Y, A, and B buttons so that left-handed people can play the game. Another game that supports left-handed people. Cool. Next we have themes, which just lets you change the themes like it does on the free play options, and same with live mode. Next is tuning. This just lets you set the pitch to your notes. Next is output settings. This lets you set the volume of the game if you're plugging headphones or speakers into it. It also lets you activate a microphone, but I'm not 100% sure what it's used for since I've been playing all the songs without it. The last thing here is shortcut. This allows you to customize the option menu in free play mode. And that's pretty much it for Jam Sessions. But I do have a little extra stuff to talk about surrounding this game. Like how there is a game made before Jam Sessions that was only released in Japan called Sing and Play DS Guitar M06. It's pretty much just an earlier version of Jam Sessions. Not gonna lie, I really like the box art of this game though. Also, there are completely different songs and different versions of Jam Sessions. And there's even a special edition of Jam Sessions that comes with an amp. That's right, this game had a small amp for the DS. Sadly, I can't find this thing anywhere on the internet at all. No matter where I look, I can't find the Jam Sessions amp. Consider yourself lucky if you have this amp because I'm curious about how it is. There is one last thing to talk about when it comes to Jam Sessions, and that's a creepy message in the game. After playing the A6 note, people online say that they can hear someone saying either forgive us or don't kill us. Pretty creepy stuff to leave in a kid's game, don't you think? So I decided to do some detective work and see if this is real or not. Let's listen to the A6 note and see for ourselves. Oh, it's actually in there. Well, that's enough Jam Sessions for me today. Maybe that kid that was screaming at his mom was actually possessed by this game or something. Or it was actually a slip-up on the developer's part. Turns out that one of the creators of the game, who was the guitarist, was Japanese and just simply said next and accidentally left the part in. This was actually confirmed by the lead programmer of the game, Seth Declaner.
Hi, this is Seth Declaner. I'm the lead programmer at Plateau on Jam Sessions. You can see here's my Meishi. For those of you reading in America, we hope you're really enjoying the game, and I'd just like to clarify, we're a little bit surprised anyone has taken issue with the sound that people are hearing at the end of A6 after about 4 seconds or so of fading out. The recording engineer, who's Japanese, as we're in Japan. Actually, you can't really tell that we're in Japan aside from. After he finished playing the chord, he said "Tsugi ikimasu," which means in Japanese, "Next." As in, okay, I'm gonna play the next chord.
So yeah, all this creepy message and jam sessions thing was all because of an accident on the creator's part for leaving it in the game, and a translation issue on everyone else's part. Pretty much anyone who understands Japanese could have easily debunked this rumor. Just wow. The internet was a different place back then, huh? Anyways, I think I'm ready to give my final thoughts on jam sessions. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't know that there was so much to talk about with this game. Knowing how big this game actually was is just shocking to me. I always thought for the longest that it was a Guitar Hero clone, but it's actually a pretty fun guitar simulator for the DS. But the game itself is very basic. I really didn't like how everything was touch controls. It made navigating through the game kind of confusing. It can actually be pretty difficult at first, but once you get used to the navigation, it's fine. I wish that the game had a demo mode for all the songs so that the players can understand how songs is supposed to be played, or just to listen to it. But I do love the themes and the customization in this game. It's a great touch. I also kind of wish there was something more to jam sessions, but I understand that it's a guitar simulator and not really much of a game. It's more of a learning tool. I also understand that as someone who is not a guitarist, I might have not fully understood some of the settings in this game. And with that being said, I'd have to give Jam Sessions a 3 out of 5. It's a great way to play the guitar on your DS.
Man, I didn't know how big this game was. Matter of fact, this game was so big that it even got a sequel.